we met at Rock Bottom Brewery. It was summertime, and I might have had a few adult beverages, and there might have been a creepy guy hitting on me. Not him. But I asked Brian for his assistance in helping me get this creepy guy to go away. And you obliged.
I did.
Sort of.
Yeah, at first I thought it was some bachelorette party and they were going to have me do something stupid. So
He thought I wanted his underwear.
A little apprehensive, but anyway.
No, your exact words when I came up to you were what?
What do we got going on here? The best woman, I'm using my sister. I guess reason being, over the years, we've come closer as brother and sister, and you know, if she would be there for me anytime if I ever needed her, and I figure we'd mix it up a little bit, and what better person to have.
We both have our sisters. My sister's my matron of honor, of course. I just kind of always knew that it was going to be that way. And then I have 4 other lovely women who've been with me through different stages of my life. There's Haley, who I've known since kindercare. I grew up with her in Fort Lauderdale. And then there's Kristen, who I met in elementary school, and I've known her pretty much from then on. Stacy I met in 7th grade. We met on the school bus, and she will never let me live down that I told her that the seat was taken and she couldn't sit with me. And then there's Angie. I met her about 5 years ago in Steamboat Springs when I first came to Colorado.
For my groomsmen, I guess one of them that was Mark Dispense. He's the one I've known the longest. I believe I met him in 1st grade and played a lot of soccer, baseball, big skiing buddy throughout my whole life. And then we'll have Steve Barbo, who I probably knew 2nd, and he was just a big baseball buddy. And growing up throughout high school, I mean, we were always going out and doing things together. Zach Zaharias, I met him in high school. Really didn't start hanging out as too much until shortly thereafter, but he's been a great friend as well. Jason Fleming, he's another big high school friend and throughout college, a roommate for many years, and then Eric Anhold, and he again, I've known him a long time. Really became good friends in college, and he again was a roommate up in Boulder.
The only thing that went wrong were our invitations. Ugh.
Yeah, that's true. I'll let you tell that story.
Well, I thought that doing the invitations ourselves would save money, which it did by the skin of our teeth. I just didn't realize how difficult it is to create your own wedding invitations. Mm-hmm. And we ended up going through 3 sets rather than just 1 set because just miscellaneous errors. Yeah. Errors in printing and spelling. And by the 3rd time, thank goodness we got those right, because I probably would have had somebody else do them.
Exactly. 3rd time was a charm. Then you burned yourself doing them too.
Oh, yeah. I dropped hot wax on one of my fingers trying to seal an envelope. And
a month later, we still got the mark to prove it.
Yeah, it's kind of gross.
So, and then also at the invitations, when she went to mail them, the mail guy didn't really like the stamps on the back of them, thought they might not go through, so we're a little worried we might have to redo them again because they're too bumpy, I guess. And
that was a quote from the postman.
Too bumpy.
The wax on the back of the envelope is too bumpy to go through.
So we got lucky there, though, and they made it. we're gonna have grandparents' pictures there, so in spirit they'll be there, but definitely for my side, I'd like all the grandparents to have been there for this and celebrate with us.
Well, after the wedding, we're going to Italy for 2 weeks.
We're going to spend our honeymoon in Italy. We're going to start off in Rome, each for 3 nights. We're going to do Rome, then we're going to go to Florence, maybe an evening in Siena, and then Vernazza, and the Cinque Terre, as well as, and ended up in Venice, and fly home from there. And then near future after that, I'd like to get our house ready, get moved in, I guess enjoy life as a married couple for a while, and travel around, do some of that.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I just hope that I can take a step back and remember what's going on. It flies by so quickly that you don't have time to really enjoy everything. I mean, you enjoy it, but...
Right. I think that's a good call. Just step back, watch everybody having a good time, enjoying themselves, celebrating the event, and I'm sure everything will go smoothly. I'm confident with that. It'll be a great time.
The first time I went to Estes Park, I went to the Stanley and I just fell in love with it. They had a wedding that they were setting up for that day, and I just thought it was gorgeous. Most beautiful place I'd seen. So pretty much from that point on, I hadn't even met him yet, but from that point on I was kind of like, this is the spot. So he was just kind of stuck. Most embarrassing moment?
Yeah. I can't think of one.
First time I puffed in front of you. You ass! Brian makes me feel special all the time. Even if it's something as simple as opening the door for me. He's a gentleman all the time.
She's fun to be around. She's beautiful, and I just really have a lot to look forward to getting married. I'm excited about the day.
Just very considerate of your feelings. Just a very genuine person who everyone loves to be around. Not just me.
I guess I'd consider our first date. We went to a little hole-in-the-wall Chinese restaurant.
Our first date was actually at this restaurant called the Golden Plate. It's like this tiny little hole in the wall. Not
the most romantic place in the world, but they had good food and it was fun.
We shared some garlic shrimp, I think.
I believe I had like a shrimp dish, but I don't remember if we shared that or not. I don't think so. She might have a different story on the dish. He
has so many wonderful qualities, but he is just an honest, genuine person. I think that's one of his best qualities, that he's as real as you see him. What you see is what you get, and I love that about him.
I realized it pretty early on, just throughout, how she interacted with my friends, how we acted together, and, I really do have a pretty tough group of buddies, and, they all loved her as well right off the bat, and that really helped me and made me feel good about everything. The first time I think I really realized that was, I don't know, I kind of felt like I knew that from the first day that I spent the whole day with him. After we first met, he had a barbecue at his house, and I was just so comfortable and just felt like I could just be myself all the time, and that's when I knew that this is someone that is good for me. I knew pretty quickly that she was the one, but that reinforcement from outside, and how everybody else was drawn and really liked to her and really liked her as well.
From day one, I knew that he was a very special person that I wanted to spend the rest of my life with. This part's gonna be hard.